there! And I decided to replace Nginx by Traefik. Traefik has many benefits over Nginx, like automatic SSL encryption with Let's Encrypt, but the main reason for this change is because my SaaS has to create automatic URLs according to the user's needs. So for example, when the user chooses to set up an open project container, the container is created, Traefik becomes aware, and it creates the SSL certificate for the URL according to the user data. Different users who set up the open project container will naturally have different URLs without the need to reconfigure Traefik itself. Let's dive into the configuration now. Alright, so in my case, Traefik runs inside a Docker container, and this is the docker-compose file that you can see. Here you see that I'm using the version 3.4 for the image of Traefik. Here in the command section, we have this command, which is needed so that Traefik can monitor for Docker containers and use their labels. I will show you an example later. Here you see the ports that are being used for secure and non-secure. The TSL challenge is used to verify the domain ownership. This is the email used for the ACME verification resolver. You always need one. And here you have the ACME JSON file where all the Traefik CME certification data is stored by Traefik. With respect to volumes, we have 3 of them. This is the configuration directory where Traefik reads all the YML files for configuration. In my case, I'm just using one. You could use more, and I give it just the name Traefik. You can use any name you want. In this one, we have the Let's Encrypt data. I want it to be exposed to the outside because I want it to be persistent in case something goes wrong with the container, something like it can be deleted, and then I still want to keep this file in the outside. And this is of course for the Traefik to be able to monitor the Docker data in general. And this is the network that is created by Traefik in here so that other containers can connect to and they can communicate with each other, of course. All right, now the Traefik file, you can see here that I don't care about the dashboard for now, and of course even if I do, it should be always secure. Here this is all obvious, so the port secure and insecure. And here we have the expose by default false, because if it was true, it would basically automatically expose all the running Docker containers and routing them. I don't want it. And just to be clear, this is a configuration file of Traefik. Don't confuse with docker-compose. So there is some data that needs to be the same, like this directory here. The directory which specifies the configuration directory where all files of configuration are, including Traefik YML, so this one. And what's true is because I wanted to immediately or automatically detect any changes in this directory. And here we go again with TSL challenge true, the email and the file as we saw before, so it's a little bit redundant, but it has to be in the configuration file. So this is it for Traefik to be working with the bare minimum for production for my own taste. So now I want to add services, and I want to see how Traefik works dynamically. What I do is just create a Docker Compose with, for example, my platform service. Here, nothing new, right? So I called it Aleutheris. The service, the image, and container name are all the same. I just want them to be consistent. Here, let me tell you first that here labels are very important because it's what gives the data of Traefik. So Traefik will know, hey, this is true, this is for me, to read the rest of the labels, to take the rest of the labels as configuration. This is the domain, right? Makes sense. And this is in the load balancer. We have here the port. This is very straightforward, right? The TLS needs to be true. And the resolver, this is important, the certificate resolver is LE, which is this here, LE. So if you change the name here or add another certificate in this Traefik file configuration, just make sure that you use the one that you want in here. And of course the network is the reverse proxy default, so that they are communicating with each other with Traefik. And external through, because this is a network from Traefik itself and not from Aleutheris. And that's it for now. Let me know if you have any comments, any questions. You can type them in the comments on YouTube, or you can send me an email. Thanks for watching. See you later.